So we back. Welcome to the show. Let's go. Shamrocks and Clovers, dollar signs for my soldiers. You know this. Shout out to the whole Shamrock squad. Shout out to the whole Scandalous Squadron, aka Scandal Squad, aka Shamrock Squad, aka Street Soldiers, Soul Survivors, Stick Up Squad. You know what it is, man. Let me put this. Let's let a few people get in here. Let me put this other phone on. Do not disturb, so I don't get disturbed. Let a few people get in here. But today, we're going to be talking about St. Patrick's Day. Salute. We're going to be talking about the parade. We're going to be talking about the documentary, the movie I'm potentially about to be in. Corrupt with Dup. Liz, salute. The Puff, salute. Shout out to the whole chat. You know that. So, yeah, work with me. Today, we're going to be talking about St. Patrick's Day. Speaking of St. Patrick's Day, man, when I was born, I had strawberry blonde hair, right? And the longer I let my beard get, that's why I didn't trim this up. I usually trim this up, keep it real clean, but I'm letting the top grow for a little bit, right? But the nice weather's coming. I'm about to shave it. I'm about to get rid of it. I'm about to shave it all. I'm about to get rid of the whole shit. I wish I could change this camera so you could peep the shamrock, but I gotta stabilize. It took me a minute. I ain't gonna fuck with it. But today we talk about St. Patrick's Day, specifically the St. Patrick's Day Parade. Now, what happened on the St. Patrick's Day Parade? Usually I go to the St. Patrick's Day Parade, have a great time. The past 2 years, I went really only to get content. Show people in other states how we do it in Boston, how it's done in Southie, how it's done in South Boston, how big our parade is compared to other states, how crazy it is compared to anywhere else in the world, even Ireland itself. Thank you, thank you. I appreciate everybody in the chat. I will try to give you a shout out. I'll use my other phone to, check out the chat, but I'm gonna try to stay on topic for a little bit and really get to this mad at hand, right? So yeah, did the St. Patrick's Day parade, right? Had a great time. But this year, I did not go to the parade. I wasn't at the parade. I was in the parade. That's right. Your boy's a star, kid. Your guy's a star, buddy. That's right. I was on the float. I was one of them guys. I'm that guy. So I'm gonna get into that and how that came about. Shout out to my big homie X and the homie Davy Boy. Shout out to the guys that made the movie Southie, James Cummins, the actor John Shea. Shout out to the Wahlbergs. We're gonna be getting into that. Shout out to Jalen Brown. We're gonna be getting into that. I was linked with all them. I was on a FaceTime with one. I was standing next to the rest. I was taking pictures and videos. We're going to get into all that. But mostly, seeing everybody out in Southie, seeing the Irish American population, not just Irish Americans, people come from all over the country. People come from all over the world to check out our St. Patrick's Day parade. Nobody even comes close to us. I know New York does it big. Shout out to New York. I know Chicago does it big. Shout out to Chicago. They dye the whole river green. That's what's up. Green is for the team. Gang green. Green gang. Scandalous squad. You know what it is. You couldn't handle this, God. But yeah, man. St. Patrick's Day parade. South Boston on Sunday, right? Maybe if I lean a little, you could peep the bling, you know what I mean? Maybe if I get my lean on, hold up. Maybe if I get my lean on, you could peep the bling, you heard? You know what I mean? But nah, check it out. Salute. Appreciate you showing a lot of love lately. I really appreciate that. Shout out to my Irish people out there. Happy Irish Heritage Month. Let me just say that. Because it ain't just St. Patrick's Day. A lot of people get this shit confused, right? It's all month. The whole month of March is our month. That's right. Just like you have Black History Month, YouTube Streets, New Age Plug. What the fuck is up, my guy? That's my brother from another mother. You already know this shit. Blah, hold this shit. So check it out, bro. Irish Americans, Bostons, we all over the globe and shit. I was out there with Jalen Brown, posted up like a stop sign. You can't stop mine, bro. My shine is about to get so big, you can't stop mine. Good looking out. I appreciate you sharing the stream, plug. That means a lot. That helps a lot. I'm trying to get monetized. I'm staying consistent. I'm persistent. I'm very persistent. That's why I used to go by Real Severe. My homeboys call me Severe, Sincere, because I persevere. I'm very persistent. I will not quit this shit. I will not give up. There ain't no quitting me. There ain't no stopping me. There ain't no stop in me, and there ain't no stop in me. You feel me? So happy Irish Heritage Month to all my Irish Americans. Let's talk about St. Patrick's Day. It was dope. Family, food, friends, and fun. Took it easy. Us Irish Americans, I know it ain't a thing in Ireland, the corned beef and cabbage, but here in America, we do the corned beef and cabbage, maybe some ham, potatoes. You know what I mean? We keep it basic, keep it simple. We do the fam food, friends and fun. The F's. That's what I call it. Shamrock Squad, dollar signs and clovers, shamrocks for my soldiers. You know this. But St. Patrick's Day parade. How was I in the parade? Who was I with? Check out the videos I just posted and the shots I just posted. My homeboy from Black Mass. You ever see the movie Black Mass? At the end of the movie, they got this short Irish dude in the interrogation room. He got the gold teeth. He got the red hair. And he's talking about the rackets and the extortion that Whitey was involved in. He was at the St. Patrick's Day parade. I got a video of him on my shorts right now. Black Mass, St. Patrick's Day parade. Ronnie Blue Eyes. Look it up. Bond Dog, salute. Everybody in the chat, I appreciate you. You know where it's at. It's your guy from the YouTube Streets podcast, Scandal Squad. Ronnie Blue Eyes, aka Blue Eyes, Oho Sasules. This is just a rendezvous with Ronnie Blue. You know what I'm saying? We about to just kick it, talk our shit. So let's get into it. St. Patrick's Day Parade. We have our parades on Sunday. You wanna go to a St. Patrick's Day parade? Go to the one in Boston. Come to Boston. We do it the biggest, we do it the best. The last 2 years, there was over 1 million people. It was overwhelming. I see my homeboy Bean Shooter there. I seen 1090 Jake there. Everybody pulls up to the St. Patrick's Day parade. You know what I'm saying? The Scandalous Squad. The Scandalous Gang. This is the chain. The Scandalous Gang. Don't stop grinding. That's what we gonna talk about. The experience I've had, the experiences I had, the connections I made, and the opportunities I have ahead of me. So how'd I end up in the parade instead of at the parade? There was a lot of people at the parade. Shout out to my homeboy Joe Banger, aka Joey Clout, my homeboy K. A. They was at the parade. Esquire was at the parade. I was going by in the float, just waving, doing my shit. I meant to wear my Celtics ring in this live. But yeah, you could check out. I went live during the parade. I posted videos during the parade. And I also posted a bunch of shots, and I'm wearing that Celtics ring. But I meant to put that shit on for this video, but hey, it is what it is. Dice life. Life is a gamble. Roll the dice, you know what I'm saying? It is what it is. Shamrock Squad in the building. Scandalous Gang, aka Scandal Squad. They go. Salute. Shout out to the whole troops, man. So yeah, how to end up in the parade instead of at the parade. So let's get to that. First of all, I just want to say it felt great. It feels amazing every time I go to the parade, right? The pride, the history, the unity. There's nothing else like it. VA, salute. Appreciate you. There ain't nothing like it, bro. It's like waking up a sleeping beast, right? It's like tapping on a monster. We wake up and we pop out. We pop out and show out. We pop off. We deep. The year before, over 1 million people. The year before that, over 1 million people. This year was just about 1 million people. I would say about just under 1 million people. This year wasn't as big as the past 2 years prior, but we just was this close, right? To about 1 million people. Respect and honor. You know what I'm saying? Respect and honor. Loyalty, integrity, all that shit. Morals and principles. Stand on that shit. But yeah, just about 1 million people. Usually there's 1 million people at the St. Patrick's Day Parade. The past few years, it was over 1 million people, including the tourists. It was overwhelming. I almost didn't go this year. The- I've been to enough parades in my life. It's a tradition, right? For the family and the friends. Salute. For anybody watching this video later, I am interacting with the live chat a little bit. So when you hear me shout somebody out or say salute, I'm talking to the people that are here right now supporting me. Without them, this wouldn't be nothing. So I am going to shout them out as much as I can whenever I can. So bear with me. If you're watching this later on the playback, I'm shouting out the live chat. They the homies. So it's a tradition, right? Scandalous Squad. The whole Fly Fella family. My whole family, all my friends, all my family, we've been going to the St. Patrick's Day Parade for as long as I can remember. Since I was just a little kid, since I was a little lad. Since I was a little lad, Bigfoot, what up? I was just talking about that. Thank you for reminding me. So listen, when I was born, I had strawberry blonde hair. As I got older, my hair turned brown. The longer I let my beard get, it's starting to get strawberry blonde. The ginger's coming out of me. So you can see the red hairs and the blonde hairs. Plus the nice weather's coming, so I will be shaving the beard soon. So I didn't even trim it up today. I didn't even clean it up. I took a shower. I brushed my teeth. I came out here. Got myself this ring, Dice Life. Usually when I put the pinky ring on, it says Ice Life. But anyway, that's why you see the strawberry blonde coming out. That's why you see the strawberry blonde coming out. You know what I mean? It's red and blonde. It's strawberry blonde. The longer it gets, the redder it gets. The more redder it gets. It gets red. So today's a beautiful day. Yesterday was like the nicest day we've had in a long time. It was like 65. I got my jacket right here. I don't even got it on. This is hoodie weather. It's beautiful. I could be rocking the tee right now. So with the summer coming up, I will be shaving the beard completely. So this is the last live with the long beard. So enjoy it while it lasts, ladies. I know some of the ladies love the beard. I hear it a lot. So this is the last live with the beard. I figured I'd rock it out. I didn't even trim it up. Usually I clean it up so you can see the face tats and shit, but I didn't even trim it. It is what it is, shit. Got the green tee underneath. Gang green. Green gang. Yeah. You know what it is. The Scandalous Gang. Shamrock Squad. Salute. So, the beard's going. I'm getting rid of the beard for the summer so I can get some sun on my face. Go to the beach. Get some color. You know what I mean? Thank you. I appreciate that. They love me regardless. Regardless. They feeling blue. When a girl's liking me, man, I say she's feeling blue. You know what to do, man. Salute. I appreciate you. I'm not being cocky. I'm just confident. I'm very humble. I'm very appreciative to all you. I'm very appreciative of the opportunities I've had and that I'm going to have. I'm about to be in this movie. I'm about to be in the movie Pressed. I'm about to be in another movie that I can't even talk about yet. Um, the Parade, the documentary, they go hand in hand. So while I was at the parade, while I was in the parade, let me correct myself. They were shooting a documentary. That's right. The cameras was on your boy Blue. But even though they were filming me, I couldn't help but pull my phone out and film for you. So go check out the shots. Go check out the videos that I posted for you to check out. Because they was filming me the whole time. I could have put my phone in my pocket and enjoyed myself. And I did enjoy myself. I had a great time. But I had to shoot some footage for you to show how we do in Boston. True. Right, right. I hear that. Rest in peace, Boo, the big bro. So, yo, anybody ever heard or seen the movie Southie? It's about South Boston. You got like Donnie Wahlberg. You got John Shea. Multiple people. Too many to name. Bunch of legends, right? The same people that made that movie. That's who I was on the float with. Shout out to the Journey nonprofit. Salute to them. We'll get into that. Smokey, what up? Salute. You know how we do. Squad. But yeah, the people that made the movie Southie, the directors, the producers, the writers, the actors, all that. That's who I was on the float with. That's who I was kicking with all day. So let's bring it back. St. Patrick's Day parade was on a Sunday, right? We do Scandalous Saturdays. The squad links up. That Friday before Sunday, I linked up with the producers, the directors of the movie, the director, the producer. Shout out to Danger Dog Productions. They're shooting a documentary about the St. Patrick's Day Parade, the Irish Americans in Boston. I linked up with them Friday. There was some girls decorating the float that we were going to be on. Came out amazing. Shout out to them girls. Lovely ladies. They did a great job. Fantastic. The float we was on was dope. Journey Forward. Shout out to the nonprofit organization Journey Forward. Shout out to the movie Southie. Everybody involved in the movie Southie. It's a classic. It's a throwback, but it's a classic. Know that. So we're gonna get into all that, but I'm taking my time. I ain't gonna rush this. I noticed the last few lives I've done, I had so much to say. I was going all over the place. I'ma slow it down. I'ma slow it down and get into all that. I really wish you could see this whole hoodie though. This shit is fresh. This shit is fresh. You know what I'm saying? Expect nothing less when you're dealing with your boy Blue. You know I'm staying fresh. Expect nothing less. But yeah, we here. How the fuck did Blue Eyes end up in the parade instead of at the parade? So let's rewind. The past 2 years, I only went for you and for myself to get content for YouTube, for my viewers, to show everybody in these other countries and these other states how we do it in Boston, specifically Southie, South Boston. Shout out to South Boston. Shout out to Southie. There's no place like home. There's no place like Southie. There's no place in the world like South Boston. If you live in America and you always wanted to go to Ireland and you can't afford it, or you don't get a visa or a passport, just go to South Boston. Go to Somerville, Charlestown, or Southie. It's like Little Ireland. And if you want to go to Italy, go to the North End. That's Little Italy. We even got a Chinatown. We don't discriminate. We versatile out here, right? But how did I end up? So I get this call, right? My homeboy Big X. Shout out to my homeboy Big X. That's the big homie. That's Unc. One of the most dangerous, toughest dudes I've ever met in my life. And I've been around nothing but killers and real gangsters my whole life. I grew up in the projects in poverty. But shout out to my homeboy X. He's one of the realest out there. One of the realest dudes I ever met, if not the realest. He gives me a call. He says, yo, they want me in this documentary. They want me in the parade. They're asking about you. I ain't with the limelight. He's old school. He lays low. He's very discreet. Mile High, what up? Salute, you know what's up. Yeah, yeah. Shout out to the real ones. With the real. But yeah, so I get a call from my homeboy Big X. Shout out to Davey Boy. Shout out to Big X. Shout out to X. He's a real one. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to X. My homeboy, Double X. He's a real triple X. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, so I get a phone call. He's like, yo, I lay low, I ain't with the limelight, but they was asking about you. And I told them that you'd probably be more than down with that because you be doing the YouTube shit. You be doing the content. You be doing the rapping. You be doing the music videos. You in the limelight. You are the light. Take advantage. Go through with it. Have fun with it. Do your thing. I said, word. I'ma holler at homeboy. A few minutes later, I get a call from Davy Boy. Davy Boy hits me up. Yo, I'm showing the producers of the movie Southie. Now, these are big dudes. Shout out to James Cummins. Shout out to John Shea. Shout out to Danger Dog Productions. Shout out to the movie Southie, the directors, the co-directors, the writers, the co-writers, the producer, co-producers, all the actors. I was with all of them. Look these people up. They're a big deal, especially here in Boston, especially in Southie, especially in Southie, especially in Southie, in the S part, in the spot, in the S spot where you catch the S squad. So anyway, enough of the bullshit, right? I get a call. Bling, bling, what up? What's good, my guy? How you doing? Yo, I want to know. I heard you ain't going to the. First of all, like I said, I didn't plan on going to the parade this year. I've been to enough parades to last a lifetime. That part of my life is over. I ain't with being around a million people. I've been there, done that. I'm getting old now, man. I'm old school. I like to just kick back and cool. I mean, chill with the family, food, friends, and fun. Just take it easy. Know what I mean? Take it easy. Lay low. I'm about laying low. But I do want to shoot this content. I've had the opportunity to be in movies in the past. That's a whole nother story. Everybody knows about my history with the movie Black Mass. I was almost in that movie and I passed because of my godfather and my father, rest in peace. They didn't want me to associate with a rat like Kevin Weeks that wrote the book that they made the movie on. So, anyways, I didn't plan on going to the parade this year because the past 2 years it was over 1 million people, a lot of tourists. It was overwhelming. Everybody was crunched up shoulder to shoulder. I went with my homeboy B. Luke, my homeboy Joe Banger, aka Joey Clout. Shout out to B. Luke, Bounce Back TV. Shout out to Joey Clout, aka Joe Banger. Shout out to my homeboy K, the whole Scandal Squad. So I didn't plan on going this year. So he calls me like, yo, what's good, bro? You ain't going to the parade this year? I'm like, I don't know. I'm thinking about it. If I do go, it's only gonna to be get I'm only gonna go to get content for YouTube. You know what I'm saying? I don't plan on really going to just pop my shit and get drunk. And I seen Jalen Brown make a video saying he's actually pot Irish. I linked up with Jalen Brown. I got videos with Jalen Brown. I got pics with Jalen Brown. Shout out to the Boston Celtics. But he posted a video on Instagram saying not only did he love the St. Patrick's Day parade and love Boston and love Celtic, he's actually pot Irish. We all heard of the Black Irish. Some people think it got different meaning. I got family that are mixed, that are Irish and black. But a lot of people think, the original salute, hi to you, appreciate you. The original term comes from people like me with dark hair, black or brown hair. I got the blue eyes. Most of my family got green eyes. That's what I was talking about earlier with all my cousins are gingers, red hair and freckles. So I wasn't even gonna go to the parade. You know what I mean? But Jalen Brown posted a clip on Instagram saying he's never seen so many people that deep, that early in the morning, drunk as fuck. That's Boston for you. That's Southie for you. That's the Shamrocks for you. You know what I'm saying? But anyways, I didn't plan on going this year. So he calls me like, yo, you ain't going? I'm like, yo, if I do go, I'm gonna go get some content for YouTube. You know what I'm saying? For the fan first. You know what it is. But he's like, yo, I got an opportunity for you. I'm in the room with the people that made the movie Southie. I already know who they are. Shout out to James Cummins. Shout out to the actor John Shea. Shout out to the rest, Donnie Wahlberg, the whole bunch. Shout out to the Wahlbergs. Yo, shout out to Maki Mock. Shout out to Donnie Wahlberg. Shout out to the whole family. Shout out to the Wahlbergs. They showing mad love. I can't talk too much about it yet. There's NDAs and there's things going on with this movie I'm about to be a part of. I can't speak too much on it, right? But I do want to show my appreciation to the Wahlbergs. Big shout out to the Wahlbergs. Shout out to Maki Mock. Shout out to Maki Mock for saying Millie's is the best white rapper out right now. Let's get to that. Someone asked him, yo, who's the best white rapper out right now? You or Eminem? He said Millie's. Shout out to Cambridge. Shout out to Maki Mock for showing that Massachusetts loyalty. That's how we do it. So let's get back to it. Shout out to the Wahlbergs. So if you haven't seen the movie Southie, I suggest you go watch that movie Southie. That movie Southie was written and produced and directed by the guys I was with, but it was made about his life, about their life. The dude James Cummins and his brothers. They were a part of the movie, but the movie was actually about their life. So the character that John Shea played and the character that Donnie Wahlberg played was actually based off of their real life. That's the people who I was in the flow with. Shout out to them. So if you haven't seen the movie, I suggest you go see the movie because you never know. There might be a part two coming. You never know who's gonna be in that part two. Your boy Blue? Is it true? Maybe. Maybe, baby. You know what it do? We'll see. To be continued. Let's move on. So I didn't plan on going to the parade this year. If I do go, I'ma go get some content for YouTube. I do a podcast with my homeboy B. Luke, Scandalous World Podcast on Bounce Back TV. I do an even bigger podcast, YouTube Streets, with DVS Stuck in the System, New Age Plug, Florida. Our shit is lit. We about to hit 40K. What? 40K. 40,000 subscribers to YouTube Streets. We about to hit 40K. He say, yo, that's dope. I think you should come to the parade. But not only should you be at the parade, you should be in the parade. We shooting a documentary. We want you in it. I said, word? That'd be something I'd be interested in, you know? Damn, I just look like my father right there. He used to make this nasty, mean face. Drunken Irish face. Mean motherfucker. Rest in peace. He said, yo, so I'm thinking this. I'm on the phone with Davy Boy, right? He live in a beach house. Fucking $1 million spread. This pad is crazy. The crib is crazy. I'm like, oh, word, that's what's up. I'm just kicking it. I'm just kicking, talking my shit. You know what I mean? Like it ain't nothing. You know what I'm saying? Talk to my shit. Hit that like button if you like something, bro. I see we got just as many likes as we do people watching. That's dope. I appreciate that. So, Corrupt, I fucking appreciate that, bro. My father is a Boston legend. They call him Destruction, aka Shamrock. Any prison, any jail, his name rings bells. You ask who Shamrock is, they'll tell you, oh, that's Blue Eyes Pops. He don't play. He was a lot of people's big homie, big prison pops. He protected a lot of the young bucks in prison. A lot of the new timers and shit. Like even my homeboys when they went to jail, went to prison for the first time. If it wasn't for my father and my godfather, they they would have been in some trouble. But he made sure they was straight. Nobody fucked with them. Here, you got what you need. You got a table to sit at. His name rings bells. So rest in peace to that legend, because a legend he is in fact, and nobody could deny that. That's undisputed. Rest in peace, Shamrock, aka Destruction, aka Dad. But yeah, so I get this call, man. I'm on the phone with Davy Boy. I'm like, yo, Davy Boy, The past few years, it was over 1 million people. I can't deal with the tourists, respectfully. I'm in the project, so see the housing trucks and buses and shit. They out here doing work and shit. School buses and all that. Whatever thug life, bitch. Fuck them all. We ride for it. Shit, we die for it. You see that? That's a housing van right there. But anyways, so I'm like, yo, Davy boy, I've been to enough parades to last me a lifetime. When I was young, I would go with the family. When I started my own family, I would bring my family. Then I would just go with the squad and party. When I was young, I would go with the S Squad, Dollar Sign Squad, Shamrock Squad, the Scandalous Squadron, the Stick Up Squad. We would be out there on some shit, on our stick up shit, just partying and bullshit, smoking and drinking. I ain't on that shit no more. I don't drink like that. I drink like once a year, bro. I barely even smoke weed no more. That's a whole nother story. That's a whole nother video. You know the journey I'm on. So he's like, yo, I think you should go. Yeah, I'm a rider, bro. I just got off the dirt bike. This weather's so beautiful, I couldn't help myself. I went right in the basement, went, drove the dirt bike up the stairs, took that shit for a whip, put the four wheelers away for the winter. You know what I mean? Because the winter's ending. I put them away for the summer and pull the dirt bikes out. So all spring I'll be whipping the dirt bikes. All summer I'll be whipping the dirt bikes. So let me get back to the matter at hand, right? I said, yo, can't believe I forgot my Celtics ring. I'm feeling naked without my ring, but it's okay. Feeling naked without the bling, naked without the ring. Hey, I'm a rapper. I ain't about to sing. So I'm like, yo, Davy boy, I don't know. I don't really plan on going this year. He's like, you gotta go this year. Now I'm thinking he's dolo. I'm thinking he's solo dolo. Yeah, I'm thinking he's solo dolo. So I'm just talking to him like it ain't nothing. I'm like, yeah, you know what I mean. Ba. He's like, listen, I'm with the star of the movie Southie right now. Salute. I'm with the the producer, the director, and the writer of the movie Southie right now. We just got done watching your YouTube videos. The last live I did, I don't know, I was in like the green and white hoodie with the green and white Celtics hat, talking about trying to quit weed and slowing down on weed. Salute, appreciate you. And I'm thinking I'm just talking to Davy Boy, but he's with shout out to Danger Dog Production. He's with a producer. He's with the dude that made the movie. Yeah, I appreciate that, Corrupt. You my dog for real. Salute. So I'm thinking I'm just talking to Davy Boy. It's just me and him, right? But nah, he's actually with see that Shamrock motherfucker. Shamrock make the man talk. But yeah, I'm talking to Davy Boy. He's actually with the dudes that made the movie Southie. Why he's on the phone with me? And I didn't even know it. I'm thinking it's just me and him talking. They're right there. You know what I'm saying? They're right there listening. Like, this dude's a star, bro. They get on the phone like, yo, we seen your YouTube. We fuck with you. You a character. You got a certain look. Respectfully, with all due respect, you look like the typical Irish dude from Southie. You look like the Irish American kid that grew up in South Boston. You the type. You the guy we looking for. We're doing a documentary at the St. Patrick's Day Parade. We're doing a follow-up movie after that. I said, damn. In the past, I was still thugging. I was still mobbing. I was out there scandalous squatting. I was out there squatting, really living that life, hustling, pimping and playing and shit, for lack of better terms, slanging and banging and shit. You know what I'm saying? I was really out there hanging and banging, slanging. So the whole movie shit, it's been brought up to me. TV shows. I was gonna do a show like Flavor Flav, Ladies Love Blue Eyes. I was gonna do a, kind of like what Drewski's doing now on YouTube. I was gonna have a house full of women, do that whole thing like Rock of Love and Flavor of Love and all that shit. I was supposed to do that shit before, but I was already in my bag. I was already in the streets. I had a lot going on. I was like, whatever. Like, it's always gonna be there. I passed on the opportunity. At the time, I could give a fuck. I could give a fuck less. I'm like, I'm doing big things out here on the streets. That's all I knew. I was ignorant. Ignorance is bliss type shit. But now I'm on a whole different path. Now I'm like, yo, I gotta take advantage of this shit. I gotta be involved in this shit. So I said, yeah, I'll pull up. So we linked up Friday. We was with the Irish tap dancers, the Irish step dancers that do the river dancing and all that fancy shit, which is dope. Big respects to them. The way they keep their back straight and do that shit with their legs and all that. That's crazy. You know what I'm saying? There's one of my nephews right there, the black Irish, you know what I'm saying? Mulatto, light skin, black with red hair, right there. Salute. What's good, my guy? Be good. But yeah, so I said, yeah, man, I'm gonna pull up. So we link up Friday. We watch the girls decorate the float that we're gonna be in. I meet everybody involved. It was surreal. I grew up watching the movie Salty. I remember my homeboy Joey Clout, aka Joe Banger, Keith the Beast. He put me on to that movie. I ain't even gonna I ain't even gonna lie. I ain't even gonna hold you. You know what I'm saying? I seen Departed. I seen Black Mass. I seen The Town. But this movie Southie was old school from back in the day. I'm like, I don't know if I seen that. He's like, yo, you gotta see it. Let me put you on real quick. So we watch it. I'm like, oh, I did see this shit. Donnie Wahlberg, John Shea, blah blah blah. So we were young bucks watching that shit, smoking weed in the projects. Rewind some years. I'm kicking it with these dudes on a Friday while the Irish tap dancers, the girls, decorate the float that we're gonna be in, right? So I'm seeing all this take place, like, damn, this shit is real. I meet the dude from Danger Dog Production. Big shout out to Danger Dog Production. He was showing mad love, like, yo, you that guy, bro. I would love to work with you. I watch your YouTube. Not only do I make movies and I do film, I would shoot a music video for you just for GP. And out here in the streets, GP is general purpose. Just for GP, just because you that guy. I would do that for you on the fly. I said, word? I kind of been retiring from the music and kind of doing the podcast, and I haven't really been rapping, but I could definitely tap in. It ain't nothing to tap in. Dust off the old mic and recite. Let me recite like Timothy White. You know what I'm saying? I said, yo, he showed me some of his short films, told me some of the movies he's produced, etc. I won't bore you with the facts, but this dude is a whole producer that makes films, works with stuntmen, movies, and he's talking about shooting a music video for me. So I said, yo, I got old songs, I got new songs, I got green, I got blue songs. You know what I'm saying? Black and white, you know that's right. So I made a lot of connections, right? It was very exciting. It was very dope. It was a great opportunity. I made some connections. I got plugged in. I got plugged in with the people that made the movie Southie. And we're going to be working on some things in the future. So this Saturday coming up, Scandalous Saturday, I got a big Saturday ahead of me. I got to go link up with the people that I was with on the parade. See a sneak peek of the documentary, a rough draft. I can't talk too much about that because that's about to be purchased. I don't know who's gonna purchase it. There's a few different people. Um, then I gotta go back to the crib, link with the homies. Scandalous Saturday. We go reconnect and reminisce. We're gonna watch the UFC fights. I'm gonna have a few of the homies over. Shout out to my homeboy Ah. Shout out to my homeboy Miz. We gonna watch the UFC fights. Then my homeboy B. Luke hits me up like, yo, let's do a Scandalous World podcast for Saturday. I got a lot going on Saturday. He said, we got Benny the Butcher. I said, damn, I can't pass up on Benny the Butcher. There's a lot going on there. So this Saturday coming up, I'm gonna go see a sneak peek of the documentary I'll be a part of. They're already editing. This shit's already in the works. I'm about to be in a documentary on the Irish Americans, on South Boston, the St. Patrick's Day parade, the whole charade, all the shenanigans, the whole shit, right? So Saturday's a busy day. I'm gonna go by, see a sneak peek, peep the rough draft, eat some food, politic, chop it up, network, get back to the crib, watch the UFC fights with the squad. But before that, I might link up with B Luke. Shout out to Bounce Back TV. And we're gonna interview Benny the Butcher. So that's a whole nother thing. But big things coming. The documentary will be dropping soon, and you will see your boy Blue fully in tuned out there repping Shamrock Squad, Scandalous Squadron. You will see your boy Blue out there, true. You hear me? Out there getting it in. So, St. Patrick's Day Parade. The float was crazy. You see people from every race, size, culture, color. You imagine it, they were there. Peep the videos I got up. It ain't just Irish people. You got Italian people. You got white people. You got black people. You got Asian people. You got Latinos, Hispanics, Puerto Ricans, everything. Dominicans, Haitians. They all out there, bro. They partying. This is like our version of Mardi Gras. This is the closest thing I could compare the St. Patrick's Day Parade to. It's some Mardi Gras shit. It's the Boston Mardi Gras. That's what we do. So it really warmed my heart. Whenever you start doubting, like, yo, is Boston still Irish like that? First of all, look it up. Google it. We the biggest population of Irish people in the world. Irish Americans in the country. Boston used to be number one. New England is still number one. We still king. We still the kings. Salute. But Boston used to be number one. Now I think because a lot of people from Boston retire and move up north, upstate to New Hampshire, which is still a part of New England. There's a real big population of Irish Americans in New Hampshire. So you got New Hampshire, Maine, Connecticut, Vermont, Rhode Island, and Massachusetts. You know what I'm saying? And so if I'm not mistaken, I think New Hampshire just surpassed Boston in the biggest Irish American population, right? So we deep. So yeah, you got Maine, Vermont, New Hampshire, Massachusetts, Rhode Island, and Connecticut. Boston been number one forever, but I think New Hampshire just recently passed Boston and the population of Irish Americans in that state. And again, that's only because a lot of people from Boston, when they retire, they'll go upstate, they'll go up north. They'll go up north to like Maine or New Hampshire. So now you're seeing places like in New York, they have a big Irish population out there, Chicago, a few other places like that, you know what I'm saying? But I think New Hampshire just passed Boston, but Southeast Somerville and Charlestown is like being an island. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of Irish mob, allegedly, Irish mafia, IRA. There's a dope IRA mural. Ireland unfree will never be at peace. I made sure to get that in my video. Shout out to Al's Liquors. That shit been there forever. Whitey used to have a bar right next door. That was like one of his little headquarters and shit. The mural is still there. He was never gonna fix the mural. That shit was fading until Ireland was free from the British and Northern Ireland was free and separated. But that we're still waiting on that. So they renewed it, they repainted it, so it's nice and fresh. I made sure to get that in a video. I was throwing green beads out. This one chick got hit in the face. I posted that. We were passing the parade. We seen the dude from the movie Black Mass. He's like, "Hey, yo, I know you." We're like, "Hey, yo, what's good, my guy? Hey, buddy, what up, what up?" I posted that shot as well. But it warmed my heart, bro. Let me get back to it, right? New England in general is the biggest population of Irish Americans in the country. Period. No one got us beat. Nobody got us beat. Nobody. But shout out to my homeboys in New York. Shout out to my homeboys in Chicago, Philly. There's a few other places that really get it down. I know even Cleveland. I'm hip. Danny Green. Shout out to Danny Green. He was like the Whitey Bulger of Cleveland. He painted everything green. But it warmed my heart, right? It was like a family reunion. It was like a squad reunion. And I know there's a lot of other states. I don't got time to shout them all out. I'm just speaking of the people I know personally. I got a lot of homeboys in Philly, New York, and Chicago that are Irish. Shout out to Hell's Kitchen, salute. Shout out to Cleveland, Green Gang. Shout out to the Scandalous Squadron. But yeah, say what you want. That man played the Feds, played the Italians, played the Irish, played everybody. Ended up in California with 800,000 and 37 pistols and his bitch still. Call it what you want. He played everybody. Not really, but I was throwing beads out there, green beads. I brought a bunch of green beads. I was throwing them around and shit like that. But I really just want to get on here and pop my shit. This gotta be a two-part. I'm gonna do a part two for sure. Because I'm only covering so much. There's other stuff I really can't get specific and speak about yet. Shout out to Shays. Shout out to the Shays. You got Red Shay, you got John Shay. There's two different ones. Don't get the mistaken. I was with one of the John Shays at the parade. The other dude, Red Shay, he was like the Coke man, allegedly. He was the snowman. He had that yayo, you know? You couldn't do nothing in Boston without in South Boston. The Italians ran the North End, right? Let's get that out the way. East Boston, the North End, Revere, that's all ran by the Italians. Now the Irish had control of Somerville, Charlestown, and Southie, South Boston. Whitey Bulger, the Winter Hill Gang, Pat Nee, Howie Winter. Howie Winter. Rest in peace to a legend. I'm related to Howie Winters. That's the big homie. Salute. So the Winter Hill Gang, a lot of people think that's South Boston. Yeah, it ended up in South Boston, but Winter Hill is Somerville. Let me clear that up. Let me say that again. Winter Hill is in Somerville. So you got Charlestown as the townies, Somerville is the villains, and then South Boston is the Irish mob, Irish Mafia, IRA. Connections go deep. We all heard of the story of Valhalla, boat full of guns that Whitey sent back to Ireland to fight against the British. So say what you want about Whitey, he might have ended up being an informant or a rat, but he's one of the only gangsters I've ever heard of. And I'm not saying I respect what he did, but one thing I do respect, like he got the Italian-owned vending machines out the Irish projects. He sent literally a boatload of guns back to Ireland to fight against the British. I respect that. I respect the hell out of that. So it warms my heart, right? So Winter Hill Gang, first of all, was from Somerville. Howie Winter, the big homie, rest in peace. He passed that down. They had a beef going on. Pat Nee, Howie Winter, Whitey Bulger. They all kind of squashed it and came together and made an alliance. And then Whitey Bulger, he used to look out for John Conley. They grew up in the same area in the projects. People used to pick on John Conley. Whitey Bulger stuck up for him. Fast forward, they grow up when they're adults. John Conley's an FBI agent, and Whitey used them. Whitey took advantage. He used them to take out the Italians, get the Italians out the way, and he got to do whatever the fuck he want and literally get away with murder. So call it what you want. It was all strategy. It was strategical. You know what I'm saying? I seen that. We've seen that dude do things that you couldn't even imagine. He played everybody. He played the Feds. He played the Irish. He played the Italians, and he took the fuck off. And eventually, he got caught. And guess what? We cleaned up our own mess. Wasn't no strangers that killed him. Wasn't no other race or nationality that killed him. It was the Irish, Italians from Massachusetts, from New England that cleaned him out, that took him out. But that ain't why we here. That's a whole nother video for a whole nother day. If you know, you know, you know. Shout out to Benny Franks, S Squad, Dollar Sign Gang, bang. But yeah, the parade was lit. So many beautiful Irish women, so many fucking solid dudes, stand up guys, a lot of little lads running around, right? Young bucks getting it in, having fun. Reminded me when I was young. You know what I mean? It warmed my heart to see all the pride, right? We squatted up. Squad up. We squatted up. We was deep. But the unity, the pride, the honor, the history, there's nothing else like it. It was dope. It was a great experience. But if you Google the movie Southie and you look up the cast, that's everybody I was on the float with. You look up the producers, the editors, the directors, that's everybody I was kicking it with. Jalen Brown, he was cool as shit. He was with another dude, right? I'm in the picture. We take a picture. I had on a championship jacket, right? Celtics champions, 17-time world champions. It was from last year, from like a couple years ago. When I met Jalen Brown, he had on the same jacket, but brand new, obviously, because he's a fucking multimillionaire and he plays for the Boston Celtics. He got his shit for free, but he had the 18-time world championship jacket on. I had the same jacket, but from a couple years before, a little different. Mine was green and white, his was green and black. So he had a whole line of people trying to take pictures with him. And I just walked up like, yo, JB, what up? He's like, what up? And then he's like, yo, that's a dope jacket. And then I showed him the ring. I had on the bling. I had on the Celtics championship ring with the green emerald and the diamonds. He's like, yo, that shit's lit. He's like, you got one too? So we had the same jacket and the same ring. I said, yo, we got the same bling and the same thing. He said, yo, no one with a jacket like that should have to wait in line. You want a pic? I said, hell yeah, let's get a pic. So I took a pic. Bang, we take the flick. It's just me and JB. You see the military in the back. You see the soldiers in the back, strapped, right? And there's another dude in the pic with us that I met. I didn't know who the fuck he was, to be real. See you later. Put him in the bathroom. Put him in the bathroom. Hit that like button if you like something. I'm the first one to bring that to YouTube. Put him in the bathroom. You hear anyone say put him in the bathroom, they got that from me. Straight up. Hit that like button if you like something. But yeah, there's a few other slogans. You know the slogan like Hulk Hogan. There's a few other slogans I've been hearing people steal from me. It's all good. Imitation is a form of flattery. I ain't tripping. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I met Jalen Brown. He was with another dude. He's like, "What up?" Shook his hand. I didn't know who he was. Turns out he's a content creator with a lot of followers, a lot of subscribers. Lil James. He's the dude in the picture with me and JB, with me and Jalen Brown. JB and IBE. Jalen Brown and Ronnie Blue Eyes. So it's a picture of me and JB, and you got this dude with us. And I'm like, yo, what's good? He's like, yo, my name's Lil. I'm like, yo, I'm Blue Eyes. What up? I'm Blue. What it do? Nice to meet you. Whatever. Blah, blah, blah. Then when I posted the pic, everybody's like, yo, that's Lil James. That's Lil James. He's a content creator. I'm like, oh, where? So I looked him up. He had mad followers. He was live on Kick. He does all that Kick and Rumble and Discord and Twitch and all that other shit I'm not really hip to. But I looked up his YouTube and he posted 2 videos in Boston. I even had him and everybody who was with throwing up the S's for the Scandalous Squad and shit. They was all like this in the pics and in the cover photo. If you look up Ty Lil James on YouTube right now, he got 2 videos in South Boston at the St. Patrick's Day parade, and one of them, the thumbnail, they all going like this. That's luck of the Irish. That's like a S, like Scandalous Squad. You know what I'm saying? That's what we used to do back in the day when we were young bucks. Cross our fingers for luck of the Irish type shit. So that's still in the thumbnail. But Ty Lil James, he was in the picture with me and Jalen Brown, which was dope because I didn't even know who the fuck he was, respectfully. With all due respect, sincerely, I didn't know who he was until I posted the picture. Everybody's like, oh, most people were like, oh shit, you with JB. That's Jalen Brown. You with Jalen Brown. I'm like, yeah, yeah. And then you had a few of the young homies, the little lads, you know what I'm saying, in their 20s and shit. They're like, yo, I'm just a few years older. They're a few years younger. I didn't really know. I don't do the kick. I don't do the Twitch. I don't do the Rumble. Not yet. I'm about to, though. Stay tuned. So I looked him up on YouTube. I seen, damn, he had a lot of followers. And then I seen his videos. He had 2 videos. He was live on Kick the whole time. He was at the St. Patrick's Day parade out there doing the Irish jig and dancing and shit like that, kicking it with JB. They switched jackets and the whole nine and shit like that. So I got a picture with me and JB, Ronnie Blue Eyes and Jalen Brown, IBE and JB, and Ty Lil James was in the pic. I just thought he was a random dude, like part of the entourage. I just thought he was with JB, but turns out he's a content creator like me. So I'm plugged in with him now. I've been chopping it up with him. We might do something in the future, a live stream together or something like that. So stay tuned. Look forward to that. I might be working with Tyler James. We might do and he's connected with like Kai Sinet and shit like that. That whole circle of content creators. So he was a lot bigger than I thought. I just thought he was one of the homies. You know what I mean? I thought he was one of the homies with JB. I thought he was part of the entourage, but he's a whole content creator. So I have a picture with me, Tyler James, and Jalen Brown. I got a video. I got like 2 videos of me and JB. Sticks, what up? Salute. And I got a video and a picture with the dude Tyler James. I didn't even know he was a content creator, but that was another connection I made. Networking out there, just popping my shit. But I'm gonna make another video about this because the day was crazy. The whole weekend was crazy. Starting with Friday, I linked up with the producers and the writers and the directors of the movie. The girls that decorated the float, again, they did an amazing job, a great job. It came out awesome. It looked great. It was all green and gold. Green and gold never fold, never told. You know how it go. If you know, you know, you know. But Saturday, scandalous Saturday, you know what I mean? We just squatted up, chilled with the squadron. And then Sunday was the parade. Now let me just end it with this. The pride. Out here, the scandalous squadron, our set was the Shamrock squad, right? The stick up squad. We was always about Irish pride, right? I got that shit tatted. Irish pride. One of my first tattoos. Irish pride. Right? If you know, you know. That was one of our slogans. You know the slogan like Hulk Hogan. Always say your prayers, eat your vitamins. But yeah, the pride. The pride of the city. The pride of the state. The pride of the culture, the pride of the nationality, the Irish pride was deep, was heavy, was in full effect. If you know, you know. We was out there deep, and it warmed my heart to see that we still deep. I filmed a lot of the parade. I filmed probably 80% of it. I just couldn't help it. I enjoyed myself. I was in the documentary. I was actually interviewed and I was on the float. So this is gonna be a few different parts of me in this documentary that's coming out, right? You're gonna see me all over this documentary. It's coming soon. Stay tuned. But the best thing about it, in my experience, not just meeting all these celebrities and these actors and these athletes, these basketball players and Jalen Brown and these content creators like Tyler James and John Shea and James Cummins and talking to the Wahlbergs and shit like that. That was cool. You know what I'm saying? Don't get me wrong. Humbly, that was dope. I appreciated it all. But it was the everyday people that was in the audience, right? That was at the parade, not just in the parade, but that was watching the parade, standing on the sidelines, right? That used to be me. When I was just a little lad, I was out there with my family and my dad. If he wasn't in prison, he was in prison my whole life, most of my life. But every once in a while, when he would get out, he would just go back. But when he could make it, he would make it. Because you should make it. You know what I mean? It's the St. Patrick's Day parade. This is our day. This is our month. So to all my Irish Americans out there, happy Irish Heritage Month. The St. Patrick's Day parade in South Boston was crazy like no other in the world. Go check out my videos. I'm still uploading videos. I only uploaded probably 75% of the videos I have. I still have a few shots to upload and a few videos to upload. I went live on my Ronnie Blue Eyes page like once or twice. I went live on my Boston Boss page twice. And I took a bunch of videos and a bunch of shots. So go check out them shots. They're legendary. You got the dude with the red hair. The shot dude looked like a leprechaun. Respectfully, that's the homie. He had the gold teeth. He was in the movie Black Mass. Salute. Raiders. Hey, that was my dad's favorite team besides the Patriots. But yeah, man, it was the everyday people. How deep we were. It was like a fucking ocean of green, bro. We were out there deep. Gang green, green team. It, yo, the squad was there. We was in full effect. And it warmed my heart to see so many people, old, young, no matter what race, gender, nationality you were, they was all there for the same reason, to have a great time and turn up. It was all about Irish pride. Shamrock Squad, Scandalous Squadron, aka Stick Up Squad. We was there, yeah. And your boy Blue is about to be in a movie too. I'm about to be in the movie Press. I'm about to be in a movie that I can't even talk about yet. And I'm also about to be in this documentary with Danger Dog Production. Shout out to Danger Dog. Um, and the people that made the movie Southeast. Shout out to James Cummins. Shout out to John Shea. Shout out to Donnie Wahlberg. Shout out to all the Wahlbergs. So shout out to the whole city of Boston. Shout out to Southeast, South Boston. Shout out to the whole state of Massachusetts. Shout out to all of New England. And shout out to everybody in the chat that's watching and listening. I appreciate you. It's your guy, Blue Eyes. Never slack. Don't stop grinding. You know I'll be back. Salute.